for today will be called sentiment analysis. Last topic, sentiment analysis. It's a very big topic. We'll just do the basics for it. So topic for today, say you write down the date. And topic for today, sentiment analysis. Now, any guesses? What will sentiment analysis do from the word? Yes, but what does it do in the layers of data? No, something else. So this is what it will do. For example, if your company has say a YouTube channel and people leave comments on it. So what it will do is go through all of the comments and analyze the sentiments from it. So it will say how many comments are for anger, how many for joy, how many for trust, and so on. So right now, that's what sentiment analysis is. It will go through the comments on your channel or on your blog or something and analyze the sentiments. You can also do the same things on the tweets. So for example, if your company has a X page now, not a Twitter page, X page, then it will go through the tweets and check the sentiments of the people that have tagged you. But we'll do it on comments, but you can do the same thing on tweets. Okay, maybe on the final, I'll put example of a tweet, but you have to do the same thing. Does that make sense? What does sentiment analysis do? Very important. It's very in trend right now, this thing. So write down, before we start, we need some new packages. So first you have to install a new package. How do we install a package? Install dot packages and open a bracket. Now write down the name of the package will be called SYUZHET. SUZHET. SYUZHET. And install the package. Okay, the S is not capital, so S is small. Okay, and once you have the package, how do you load it? Library, and you say that's it. Once you install it, you have to load it.
It's saying error in that there's no package called Suzette.
S is small.
Mm-hmm.
SYUZHET. It worked here. In double quotes, did you put it in double quotes? Install.packages, okay, not installed. Install, okay? There are two things. Yeah, check your command. Install dot. Check some spaces, spelling errors. We'll see otherwise at the end. Okay, and as usual, we will need our friend for the course, which is Tidyverse. Without it, we can't go further. Right, once you have the packages, what is the next thing to do? Read the file, the basic steps as usual, read the file. And we save it in a data frame, which will be called df, very good. And the function is read.csv. And it is sample data week 12.csv. And run the file. So if you look at your data frame, look at this. This is what the new file looks like. This is the gender, the country, the age, and the comments that they've left on your videos. And our job is to analyze the comments. Okay, maybe the question will say, do something more on your data frame. So modify the data frame. Let's call it df1. Let's just do it for the US. When you practice, you do it for UK and the other country, India. I'll do it for US. Okay, so let's take df. What should be next? Very good. And how do you do that? Control Shift M. Very good. And say, let's filter country equals. Any errors here? Yeah, very good. So just make a note. For the filter, we have to use 2 equal to's. And do Control Shift M and select. Let's just select the country, age, and comments. That's the main thing. So now if we look at df1, look at that, only the US people, the age, and their comments. Make sense? Okay, so now the new thing starts. So far we've done this. Now the new functions. So write down the first function will be called converting to sentiment analysis format. Okay, so what you'll do is define a new variable, call it comments. So what we will do is from the data frame, we'll take all the comments to analyze. And no, the capital one is in your file, so you make it smaller or you call it something else. Okay, let's call it comments underscore USA. When you do it like comments underscore UK or comments underscore India. Okay, and then the function to use here is called iconv, iConvert. And then you say from the frame df1, take only the comments. How do we do that? If we just want to extract a column from a data frame, if you remember, how do we do that? Select is if you're doing the whole thing, but if I want to just write it like that, if anyone remembers, say there are 3 columns. I just want to extract one column quickly. If you remember, we did the frame, then $, and the name of the column. So if you remember this will extract the comments from the data frame df1. Then put a comma and then say convert it to, this is the format for sentiment analysis. In double quotes, you have to say UTF-8. So remember this one, this is the main thing. Otherwise, it won't be able to do the analysis. So you'd have to say, I convert the comments to UTF-8. That is the inbuilt format that the package can use to analyze. Okay, let's save it and run this. So if you look in values, we'll have a new value, comments_USA, with all the comments. Is it making sense? What's going on? Any questions? Nida, question?
Wait, what did you
UTF-8. Okay, now the next one will be from this comments. We'll take out the sentiments. So write down, these are the sentiments it will look for.
So we need to move.
Yeah, we ran that and we got it here. So all the comments are now converted to the package format. And then we take those comments and analyze the sentiments. The next thing is to analyze sentiments from your comments. All right, now these are the sentiments it will analyze: anger, anticipation, maybe make a list, could be a interview question or something. Anger, anticipation, disgust, fear, joy, disgust, like disgusting, fear, joy, sadness, surprise, trust, negative and positive. How many are there total? 10. Total 10 sentiments. Okay, so again, define a new value. We'll call it sentiments underscore USA. When you do it for other countries. All right, this is the function to use. It is called get underscore NRC underscore sentiment. Did I start recording? Yeah. Get underscore NRC underscore sentiment. The NRC is like an organization which decides the sentiments. So that's why it's NRC sentiments. And all you have to do is in the brackets, you have to put the one you defined on the top, comments underscore USA. And run this. So you should be able to see this on the top right, then the sentiments. And if you click on it, well, let's just look here. on below the F1. Now, can anybody remember, if you want to just take a look at the first 5 sentiments, what was the command? If you just want to look at a snippet of your output, does anyone remember what was the command? Like if you want to look at what was this output, right? But just the first few, not the entire file. Anyone remembers? I was called head, H-E-A-D. Then you have to say sentiments underscore USA. So look at that. These are the columns. The first 6, yeah, the head gives you the first 6. No, the first 6 comments. So the first comment here looks like it's got joy sentiment in it. And anything else? Positive. So the first comment is positive. Right? If you want to just take a look at that, you say sentiment, or you say comments underscore USA. And now who remembers? If I want to look at the first comment, what do I put here? In the square bracket, you put the number. So look at this. This was the comment that had positive and joy sentiment, which you can just see from the comment. Does that make sense? What's going on? Okay, now our job will be to take these sentiments and put them on a bar plot. But this bar plot will not be the same as the ggplot. It will be a different way to do it. So write down a new way to do a bar plot for sentiment analysis, not the same as ggplot. Okay, so for that, first we'll have to define a vector. Call it percentage or percent underscore USA. When you do it, you call it something else. Okay, what we will do is, if you remember, we did the group by earlier. It's the same thing. So we'll convert each column into percentages. So it means how many sentiments for positive, how many sentiments, what percentage of sentiments are positive, what percentage for negative, and so on. And this is how we do it. You say 100 multiplied with column sums sentiments underscore USA divided by the sum of the sentiments underscore USA. Right, look at this. So you define this vector. It's 100 times the column sums of each sentiment divided by the sum of all sentiments. And this will give you the percentage of each sentiment in your comments. Yeah, run this. You should be able to see it there. And if you want to take a look at it, you say percent underscore USA and 2 brackets. It's not the first 6, right? It's just, but we can try ahead. Let's see. This becomes a table. So yeah, it's giving you the first 6. But this one will give you the whole thing. So look at this. In your comments, anger is 12%. Anticipation is 3%. So which one seems the highest? Negative. Oh my God, not good. But does it make sense? It gives you an idea of what the sentiments are of the people who are looking at your videos or the tweets that they are sending you. Okay, now we'll make this into a bar plot to present it. So the next thing will be bar plot. Now this is very simple. All you have to do is bar plot and open a bracket and put in here the vector that we defined, %_USA. Put a comma and enter. In this bar plot, you give the color with COL. Just COL, yeah. And what color did we use in network diagram? No, but we use something to give different colors to different rainbow. So you use rainbow here as well. And in bracket, you give the number of sentiments. How many sentiments did it check for? So in here you put 10. And then just the comments. You say XLab. XLab means what? The heading for the x-axis. Sentiments. YLab. Percentages. And comma. You say main, like a main title. Let's call it sentiment analysis. And run this, and hopefully it runs. So look at that.
There is one that is in emotion.
Yeah, that's weird. Let's see. Anger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's fix this because maybe there's no place for it to get there. So anticipation is too big to get there. So when something like this happens, go after this and use a term called as LAS. And say LAS equals 2 and comma. What this will do is it will put the anger anticipation vertical. So you should be able to see it then. So now if we run this, it's a bit better. Right? If the sentiment is coming in the way, you can just remove the sentiment on the x-axis. But does it make sense? Look at that, pretty cool. From your comments, you got the sentiments. And from the sentiments, you're able to see the bar plot. It means in your comments for the USA, the most is negative. The second is positive, and the third is sadness, it seems. It means overall people are not happy in US. Make sense? Okay, you can also do a pie graph for this, pretty simple. Let's just do a pie graph really quick. It's really simple. All you have to do is pi, open bracket, %_ USA, that's it. And then you can do more, but let's just do this much. And but let's not do the pie graph, it's too small. But on some computers, it may look big if you have a bigger screen. Yeah, yeah. Does that make sense? Right, so we'll do up till here for sentiment analysis. With this, we finish the whole thing, right? We'll stop here. That much should be enough. Let me stop the recording.